All right, y'all. Let's get
In
this
Tampa,
popping.
Florida,
Here we go.
Victoria Jackson's involvement in a sordid love affair pushes her to commit the ultimate act of betrayal for her man.
Oh, here we go.
At the age of 16, Victoria Jackson is still trying to cope with the suicide of her father 1 year earlier, much to the heartbreak of her older sister, Crystal.
We lost our father in Victoria's at the age of 15, and she took it very hard. She was an A student prior to that. Afterwards, she got into a little trouble hanging with the wrong people.
For Victoria to have such a close relationship with her father and for him to be suddenly gone in that way, such a traumatic event in her life, would lead her to now look for another father figure.
They be having
This
all the
story of
answers, boy.
relentless search for love will drive her into the arms of two different men, a sinful situation that leads to deadly consequences.
Victoria found herself living between a man that was controlling her with his demanding demeanor and another man who controlled her through his finances. She's just a puppet.
In Tampa, Florida, 16-year-old Victoria Jackson comes out of a severe depression thanks to the new man in her life, 32-year-old Jeffrey Dampier.
By all accounts, Jeffrey was a pretty nice guy. But you're talking about a 32-year-old being involved with a 16-year-old that was Victoria's age.
This this man is 32 years old, messing with a sis.
At the time. So you're talking about a relationship that was wholly inappropriate and as well illegal.
Jeffrey Dampier was very sweet. He had this glow that would just make you just smile and laugh. And he had a very kind heart.
Yeah, because he was a child molester at heart.
Victoria, lavish gifts. He bought Victoria a car. He paid for her schooling. He was very generous with his funds.
But not only is Jeffrey robbing the cradle, he's also engaged to another woman, Victoria's older sister, Crystal.
I met Jeffrey Dampier at Arkham Skating Rink in Chicago, Illinois. So he came up to the side of the rail of the skating rink and he said, "Wow, will you marry me?" I said, "This man must be crazy."
Jeffrey is a man with $1 million smile and an even bigger bank account.
This Gerald Levert looking
Jeffrey
ass.
and his ex-wife won the Illinois lottery and they won $20 million, in which they split it in half and got 10 and 10 apiece.
A jackpot which is being used not only to romance Crystal, but also her little sister.
The relationship started between the two after Jeffrey started dating Crystal and Victoria was brought into the mix, being that she was a sibling.
So who's wrong in this situation? Yeah, is it Jeffrey? Is it the little sister? Because the older sister, she the one got done wrong. You know what? Let's just finish.
Victoria was involved in this triangle because it met many of her needs. She had a sugar daddy who took care of her financially, but most importantly, Jeff also played the role of being her father, the father who had tragically killed himself earlier.
If I knew that Jeffrey was having an affair with Victoria, I would have not married him, and I had no clue at all.
Yeah,
After
by that
only 1
hairline,
year of
he
living
did it.
together, Crystal and Jeffrey get married. And for Crystal's family, it's like hitting a jackpot of their own.
Eventually, he started to support Crystal and her sisters, Victoria and Terry.
Hey, look at him, acting all
Their
bougie now.
marriage, the couple moves to Tampa, Florida, to escape the cold of Chicago, and Victoria tags along.
Shortly after moving down to Florida, Victoria moved down, and she stayed with us for about 4 months. I said, "Well, as long as you're being positive and doing something right for your life, certainly."
Victoria lives the high life, squeezing every penny out of her brother-in-law right under Crystal's nose.
Anything that she needed financially, he gave it to her. And the control that he had was the fact that he had money. And she knew if she needed something, she just had to make one phone call.
Soon, Victoria and Crystal aren't the only Jackson women benefiting from Jeffrey's Midas touch.
Oh, snap.
Jeffrey moved their sister, Terry, to Florida.
For the next 3 years, Jeffrey ponies up to Crystal's younger siblings' every need without complaint. And by all accounts, Crystal remains clueless about the affair. She's still Jeffrey's happy wife.
She knew. She was just getting that money. Yes, she
What she
did.
was saying.
You knew.
I really can't say that I see any difference, but the household was running.
That door. You heard that door close.
But Victoria eventually grows tired of playing second fiddle and gives Jeffrey an ultimatum.
Vicky was very naive when she thought that Jeffrey would leave his wife and marry her. This is classic textbook. Quite often, husbands rarely leave their wives for the mistresses. After all, a lot of them think, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Tired of only being used for sex, Victoria tells Jeffrey she needs...
He paying you for it. He paying you for it.
Purchased Victoria an apartment. Victoria was trying to distance herself or wean herself away from Jeffrey. Jeffrey was paying for the apartment. She was still under his control. He continued to control her through his funds.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Victoria rebels against Jeffrey by looking for other fish in the sea, and she is soon catching up with an old flame,
You haven't changed a bit.
Nathaniel Jackson.
Still know the exact things to say.
Victoria knew Nathaniel because they dated each other off and on for about 1.5 years when they both lived in Chicago.
Victoria never really lost
Now she
touch
bringing this
with
man
her
from Chicago down here.
They quickly jump back into a routine of talking and flirting.
Yeah, I know. You should come see me.
The age difference between Nathaniel and Victoria was about 2 years.
She wanted more from somebody and wasn't getting everything she wanted from Jeffrey. He had several arrests for drug possession, for an aggravated assault, some other traffic charges. He had a lengthy criminal history from Illinois.
And Nathaniel's renewed interest in Victoria is no accident.
Nathaniel had some charges associated with money. And here he is now calling Victoria, who he knows is in a relationship with a man who is wealthy.
Nathaniel only has one thing on his
That
mind.
crab in the bucket mentality. That'll
He
do it every
knows
time.
Victoria's lover is loaded, so he suggests the two move in together, and she gladly accepts.
Nathaniel was with Victoria not so much out of love, but because he knew that she had access to Jeffrey's money. So for him, it was about the Benjamins. For
Crab.
Victoria,
He a crab.
she was just happy to have a man by her side, having that warm body to keep her company.
Any of the money that Victoria...
She need a job.
Jeffrey, they would spend it together.
That's the problem. She need a
Money
job.
being given to him by
You looking
Jeffrey,
for comfort.
Nathaniel
You'll find it when you
being
punch in.
by him.
It doesn't take long before Jeffrey finds out about it. Blinded by jealousy, he threatens to cut Victoria.
Oh,
Jeffrey
Lord.
then goes to his wife with his intention and a made-up reason to go with it.
We had a conversation regarding giving, and it was more or less he was getting frustrated because everybody was asking, and he felt like the money bag at that time. I told him, don't give to my sisters. Don't give it to Victoria or Terry if they ask, unless it's life or death.
The sisters are less than pleased with
Life
the
or
new
death.
arrangement, and
For
they're
money?
not the only ones.
They were upset, but when Nathaniel found out about it, he was furious. If Jeffrey cut off Victoria, they cut him off. That was not going to fly.
How you gonna get mad about somebody else goddamn money? The nerve of people, man.
But which one will it be? She's about to be forced into a deadly show of loyalty that will cost...
Man, she did that to herself, man. I don't care what nobody say. Victoria did this to herself.
Pleading with Victoria not to shoot him, not to shoot him.
In Tampa, Florida, 5 years into their illicit affair, 23-year-old Victoria Jackson's sugar daddy and brother-in-law cuts her off when he finds out about her live-in boyfriend, Nathaniel Jackson.
If Jeffrey cut off Victoria, they cut him off. And Nathaniel was not going to live with that. That was not going to fly.
So what he doing with the money? Besides sitting on the phone counting it.
Victoria's loyalty now lies with Nathaniel. If
See-
Victoria can't have Jeffrey's love, then she and Nathaniel will have his money.
How you gonna get this man money? How are you supposed to get this man money? Like, you come way from Chicago with a crowd mentality. You're upset about somebody else's money. Now you want to come murder the man because he cut y'all off from his money, which he don't even know you is. Well, he found out about you, and that's why he cut the girl off. But at the same time, Negro, both of y'all need a job. Y'all see her worrying about somebody else's finances? That's crowd mentality. Let's get back to it.
Plot is set into motion.
You always make time for me. Cannot wait to see you. See you soon.
Jerry was at the apartment,
You funky headed.
and Victoria called Jeffrey and asked him.
I need sponsors, so I can't be doing all this cussing.
Victoria leads Jeffrey into the kitchen where Nathaniel attacks. Hearing the commotion, Victoria...
So this man, you think this man got millions of dollars in his damn pockets?
They start demanding money, searching his pockets. It's a pretty scary situation.
Jeffrey was carrying a wad of cash, so they took about $7 grand off of him.
Why'd you walk around?
Victoria looks on as Nathaniel threatens Jeffrey.
Victoria is caught between a lover and her boyfriend. Victoria disassociated herself from the moment.
Jeffrey has been relieved of his cash, but Nathaniel isn't finished with him yet.
Jeffrey was tied up and they walked him down to his van.
Nathaniel forces the sisters and Jeffrey into the van and leads them on a ride to hell.
Victoria was ordered to drive.
Drive now. Hurry up.
It's quite possible that one of the reasons that Victoria took some sort of revenge against Jeffrey was that he had promised to marry her and instead appeared to be leading her on. So when Nathaniel came up with his plan of robbing Jeffrey, Victoria went along with it.
Know that this man married to your sister, and you believe that he gonna marry you.
Location of one of his business ventures where
And but the man
plans
told you he's not gonna marry you.
she
My
declines.
God.
But Jeffrey throws a wrench into Nathaniel's scheme.
I don't have any money in the safe in the shop.
Jeffrey told them that there was no money in the safe. Nathaniel got upset.
Pull over now. Pull over.
Victoria was listening to Nathaniel. Whatever Nathaniel tells her, she does it.
And Nathaniel is about to tell her to do the unthinkable.
Shoot him. Shoot him, Vicky. Shoot him.
Nathaniel now hands the gun to Victoria and tells her to hold the gun on Jeffrey.
Come on.
Nathaniel turns the stereo up in the van and then starts to yell at Victoria.
Shoot him.
Vicky, shoot him. Repeats himself over and over again.
Shoot him.
At this moment, one can only imagine what was all going through Victoria's head.
Do it.
Victoria's boyfriend was demanding her to put a bullet in her lover's head.
Victoria has a choice to make for her man, whichever that may be.
Now, think about this.
Victoria then grasps the gun with both hands.
She put both her hands on the gun, closed her eyes, turned away, and fired.
I just don't. How do you listen to a nigga with no money?
And Victoria Jackson has just been ordered by one man she loves
This one right here making me
to
mad.
take the life of another.
His ugly ass. Shoot him.
This whole incident was supposed to simply be a robbery.
At Nathaniel's command, Victoria closes her eyes and makes a deadly choice.
Man, you should have ducked.
Victoria fired a bullet right into the back of Jeffrey's head.
Jeffrey dies instantly.
Victoria faced a horrible decision. She could have stopped this at any moment. She
Sure
had the
coulda.
option.
She sure
Instead,
did.
She decided to follow the commands of her boyfriend.
Of a
After
broke,
Victoria
dusted,
died, Jeffrey,
dirty.
all three jumped out and ran separate ways.
At 9:30 p.m., a neighbor discovers the car still running with Jeffrey's dead body inside and calls 911.
Hot and spicy nachos by the man did, by the man.
911, what's your emergency? A van has been abandoned here, like literally just a few minutes ago. And we saw 3 kids get out of the car and take off, and there is a dead body in the car, still running.
Deputies from the Tampa Police Department respond to the scene and are alerted to a suspicious woman in the area.
Terry is actually
Sister.
found along the main roadway, waving cars down, trying to get a ride. One of the deputies were able to detain her for further questioning.
Victoria and Nathaniel managed to get a cab to take them to Jacksonville, 170 miles northeast of Tampa. Back at the station, Terry tells police what happened and says she's a victim.
Hurry up, quick. Shoot him.
She's in the back of the van, has no idea what's going on. She got kidnapped too. We put warrants out for the arrest for Nathaniel and Victoria. At this point, we notified the media, and their story was highlighted on several news outlets in the area.
2 days later, Victoria and Nathaniel are arrested without incident at the home of a friend in Jacksonville.
Now y'all bringing a problem to somebody else's house.
Had $1,500 of the money they took from Jeffrey, and the money had bloodstains on it.
Once in custody, Victoria is stunned to learn that the man she killed her lover for is selling her out.
Might want to ask his girlfriend, Victoria. Your boyfriend told us it was your idea to rob him and also shoot him.
I think that Victoria thought that Nathaniel would have protected her, and it all would have been well.
When police tell Victoria Nathaniel's setting her up to take the fall, she gives a full confession of what happened.
I was told earlier today to call him to see if I can get him to come over.
Okay. And who told you to do that?
Nathaniel Jackson,
Okay. And why did he want him to come over?
to get some money from him, rob him. He started yelling, Vicky, do it, Vicky, do it. And I just closed my eyes and turned my head and pulled the trigger.
Now he sold you out.
Allow
You
Victoria to confront Nathaniel. He breaks down and confesses to everything.
So be it. So be it.
A few hours later, police deliver the devastating news to Jeffrey's wife, Crystal.
oh my God.
They come in. They told me that he was shot and killed.
I'm sorry.
No. At the time, I lost it. And the kids heard me, and then they came out, so the house got up in a roar.
Oh gosh, she done woke up the kids with
Already
it.
devastated, Crystal is dealt one more cruel blow when she's told the identity of her husband's murderer.
Oh Jesus.
My first thoughts when I found out Victoria was involved, I was taken back. I was really confused. How could you kill someone who you were benefiting from? So I don't understand. How could you?
Because she wasn't benefiting anymore.
Crystal's suffering increases when she finds out about the affair.
I was really shocked.
Lord, this woman.
Started naming items, a ring, places where they supposed to went to. I just lost it because I didn't see it.
And that poor lady got to live with all that by herself.
And that need superseded the loyalty
That's a shame.
she had to her sister.
Yep.
Police charge Victoria and Nathaniel with the murder and kidnapping of Jeffrey Dampier, and a jury shows no mercy.
Victoria was given 3 life sentences for kidnapping, armed robbery, murder, and Nathaniel was convicted of the same.
Ooh.
Jeffrey really took
3 life sentences. That means you can die and come back 2 more times and you still got to finish out your term. Yeah, ha ha,
the
boy.
best years of her life, the
Woo.
early years, the formative years of her life. So when Nathaniel came along and offered a chance of revenge against Jeff, well, Victoria jumped out because finally she could tell him and act out her anger with Jeff.
Crystal
You messed up there.
has never been charged with the crime. Destined to die behind bars, Victoria's days are a constant reminder of her brutal
She out of
betrayal
there.
one love for another.
I don't know if she's truly forgiven herself for what she's done, But I do know that she's facing it every day in a decision and a choice that she made.
So
You
for
messed up a good
Victoria,
life
there
because
was a lot of emotion, a lot of conflict, perhaps some guilt, some anger. All of those things are all boiled into one. And in this
no,
case,
it's not.
it led
She
to
should have
death.
got up off her ass and went and got a
My
job.
sister,
You ain't got no.
I don't want to have a cold heart. I don't want to be holding on to that grudge. So I let go. And I still
Oh
have
my
pictures of
God.
my late husband, and I still think of him. But I believe that I will get my chance to see him again.
You dumb. You dummy. You poor dummy. Thank y'all guys for watching, man. Until the next episode come on, stay tuned to Chevy Reacts, man. I'll catch y'all later.